God, I'm so funny, aren't I, guys? I'm so goddamn funny. I knew it. Yeah, just middle of my sentence, just unmute because I realized I should probably just start fucking talking by now. You know. Let me unmute. Let me show my VTuber. Whoa. 1 second. There we go. No. How does this program work? There we go. Hi. Whoa, where's my starting soon thing? Where does it go? Where did it go? God, I haven't done this in forever. I haven't done this via desktop in forever. Hi. Whoa, it's me. Kills you all in a great ball of fire. I've gotten much more chaotic over the past year and a half. Oh, god damn it. Well, hey. Hi, Egg. I'm gonna keep calling you Egg because that's how my speech to text used to call. It's just in my head now. It's just how it. You're just Egg from now on. Even after all this time, you're still Egg. Hi. It's been a while. I'll probably mute in Discord. I'm in a Discord with Brim. Forever Egg. Yeah, Egg emoji. I don't even know if they can. They can't hear you. Ha ha. They can't. I forgot. Yeah, I have that muted. I don't think they can hear you. Yeah, I thought I have desktop background audio work like disabled. Where's Discord audio? Discord excluded audio capture. No. Nuh-uh. Studio mode and then go to VR and then copy the Discord audio source and then paste it in and then turn studio mode off. Dong, thank you for the 27 months. Thank you. There, now they might be able to hear you. Brim. Oh, I need like I need the little fungi thing on. There we go. Now you're on. Crazy. Why am I on there as well? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Let me throw that behind. Pixelate? I guess that's broken. Yeah, a lot of things probably don't work anymore. Get scammed, Nep. Get scammed 1,000. Lamau. Hey, those 1,000 points are very valuable in this economy. No, I'm just going corporate, you know. Yeah. It's in the TOS. I can just not have it work, you know. You paid for the chat message to appear, and and the pixelation of my VTuber may or may not. There we go. There. Behind the little Spotify widget because I'm lazy. Actually, I could probably just move you over here. Whoa, behind me. And then I can like transform foot horizontal and then hide my little emotes in there. There we go. It's been a while. It's been a long time since I've actually talked to stream, not haphazardly right before or after RP when I was exhausted or rushed. I'm gonna mute Discord again. So I'm not talking Brim's ears off. Whoa. Damn, I still got the muscle memory to turn them off. I still got the muscle memory to turn those aviators off. Today we're doing commissions. It's like nothing changed. It's like nothing changed, but I'm not burnt out anymore after a 1.5 year recovery. I'm still a little burnt out, but like not as much, you know. Okay, now I'm burnt out. I guess I'm in extreme. I'm burnt out now, guys. I can't believe it. Bye, doctor. Oh, I'm so tired. Whoa. There's so much to talk about that I don't know what to talk about, and I don't know what I want to talk about. I guess we'll start with okay. I bet Rob was the problem. No. Whoa, my eyes are jiggly. Whoa. My eyeballs are jiggly. I know why it's doing that. I greatly exaggerated my eye movements because this isn't really what I use as my OC anymore. I don't wear this model in VR anymore. Not really. I'm mostly in for RP stuff, so I haven't updated this model in forever since like before I last streamed me working on it. Well, I guess when I last streamed working on it, but I mostly wear RP models these days, or like Bernice, because I don't know. I'm hot now. I don't need an OC to feel hot. I am hot. So the fact that my model is wearing my IRL clothes and is like modeled after me IRL in some regards, yeah, I don't know. So I don't really identify as much with it anymore. It's still me though. But I might at some point if I keep like feeling the need. I might bet. Well, why am I like? I feel like I'm just ahead. Let's get my head out of here. I'm slouching, dog. Posture check. Everyone sit up straight. Or stand up, you know, if you're at a standing desk. But, whoa. Yeah, see? All my newer face tracking models don't do this. I've gotten much better at face tracking. Even compared to this. How dare you posture check chat? Blink check. Make sure you're blinking. Make sure you can feel your tongue. It's in your mouth. It's brushing up against your teeth. But, no. Sunset, that'll get me DMCA'd. I need like a new soundtrack. I need why is my mouth opening so much? Meow. 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 But, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, what kept me away? Burnout. TwitchCon. Stuff happened at TwitchCon. And then stuff happened after TwitchCon that burned me out. And then the Fillion Commission burned me out. And just a lot of things hitting at once at a really bad time kind of like knocked me on my butt. And I'm not even really recovered yet in terms of mental. But, like, I'm way better now. I am a million times better now. I've kind of refound my foundations, which is why I'm comfortable streaming again. The last, like, year and a half have been a lot. Did I get to fly? Did I talk about this? I think I talked about it on my cooking stream on my birthday. Last time I flew, sadly, was with the Laser Shield VR. IRL, actually. This is IRL. Do I have any photos that I could show that don't show their face? I would show a video, but it has their voice in it. Gallery. I don't know if I got to show these. I don't know. Me and them flew up, flew down to Corpus Christi. Got some food at a really, like, side of the road, like food place like you order out of a window, and then we went to a park and ate. It was really chill. This was like more than a year ago though. This is last March. I've had nothing to talk about for that long. Crazy, I know. Yeah, I talked about it a little. Damn. Is it really this long ago? That's someone's ass cheeks. Crazy. I was a screenshot from someone's Twitch stream. Okay. Damn, I took more photos than I thought. Yo, okay. I gotta be real careful here not to show them. I let them fly the plane. I brushed up on my flight instructor skills. So, let me like curate some photos so I don't like dox the fuck out of them and show photos, they would probably literally kill me. I think that's one of the coolest photos. Copy as path. There we go. Tail number. Yeah, tail number is fine. No. There we go. I'm not going to risk any. Well, FlightAware, it's a year and a half ago. I don't think FlightAware would still have that data. Okay, we're going to talk for like an hour and then do like 4 hours of work. We'll get into what that work is in a minute. Copy as path. Copy as path. I'm throwing these all into Chrome real quick. Yeah, that works. Okay. So I guess I'll just talk about everything I've done the past year and a half in order. And this was like the last thing I ever talked about on stream, but it was like during an IRL stream where I couldn't really show you guys anything. So I'll do that right now, and then I'll recap everything that's happened. We'll go rapid fire, you know. Where is it? Where the fuck is my browser capture, dude? I'm just blind, you know. It's just a little blind. Just enters studio mode, goes to my Unity scene, copies my browser, pastes it into this scene. There we go. Like it never left. Damn, you got a lot of points saved up. Okay. Boom. Okay, so we'll start at the beginning. By the beginning, I mean when we already arrived. Fucking just crop that shit, you know. This was us, and there was like tons of Air Force trainees or Navy. I think these are Navy ships. I think those are Navy planes. Maybe they're Air Force. Yeah, that's Air Force. I'm like 60. I'm like 50% sure. I should know this shit. I should, with how much of an aficionado. The color scheme I think is. I think those are Navy trainers. Yeah, we saw some fucking, you know, train. Okay, I'll drink. Hi, Rosebuds. Yeah, really pretty sunset with some like military training jets on the runway at the FBO we were at. I'm gonna keep it kind of simple and straight, and then boom. This is a photo from the air of us in our little Piper. This is while Laser was flying. I taught them how to take off an airplane, like actually, like full stop. You know, I took responsibility as PIC. I made sure I kept my hands near the hovering over the controls, ready to take control over the minute. But I gave them a genuine lesson on how to take off an airplane with all the proper instruction involved. I let them. I taught them. I got them to taxi a little, so they could like know how to use the rudder pedals. And then I told them where to apply full power, what to watch, like check the oil pressure, check the RPM, etc., etc., and then watch for airspeed. But keep your eyes at the end of the runway, and then after a certain threshold of speed, pull, like rotate, etc., etc. And they went all the way to. We went all the way. I think we cruised to like we're going technically westbound, so I think we went to 4,500 feet. They went all the way there, and I leveled off for them. They didn't want to deal with that, but they flew the entire time. I told them how to keep coordinated and everything. But while they were flying, I took a little photo of the Corpus Christi Harbor and like river, and there's the fucking which Essex class carrier is that? I don't know. I've been there. I've been on that before. Right there. It's an old Cold War and World War II Essex class aircraft carrier. But then sunset. over like the marshlands of Central Texas, like South Central Texas. Nice sunset, and then it got dark. I'm pretty sure this is San Antonio, or no, I think that's San Antonio, and this is like an outlying suburb, and this is the road on the way back to Austin. Like the highway on the way back to Austin. I have a video of my landing. Super fun, satisfying landing. There was like gusting crosswinds, and I was locked in. I still remember that landing. That was a good ass landing. Even Tower keep me in. They're like, they heard the exhale in my voice. It's like good. They're like, good landing. Because when I first keyed in, like to repeat the taxiway instructions, like where to pull off, they were like, I could hear the relief in your voice, and I'm like, yeah. It was a satisfying as shit landing. I just don't have. I don't know if I can show the. I can't show the audio because Laser speaks in it. But cool, just cool photos. Had a good glass cockpit setup too at the Garmin 500s. I think those Garmin 500s. G500 Garmin. Yes. Yeah. It's not the NXI because those are touchscreen. Yeah, G500. Good plane. No autopilot though, but whatever. Who needs it? Who needs it when you have a laser shield to fly your plane for you? That was back March 2014. It is currently January 2015. Fuck. Yeah. After that, I moved roughly. Okay, so there was a bit of We have to add some background. So yeah, again, the reason I stopped streaming was a mix between burnout and just feeling unsatisfied with my stream and kind of sick of commissions and a lot of other stuff. I was kind of tired of VR and tired of like a lot of the like stuff involved with VR. I don't want to get too touchy on it because it's a lot of private feelings. And this is not an event stream. I'm not that kind of streamer. No, that's cringe. So what I ended up doing is getting really into this web novel series called Worm. And when I say really into it, I mean really into it. It's really good. I'm not gonna gush about it because I could talk about Worm for literally 10 streams straight. And all the shit I've read about it. All the fan fiction. But the TLDR is going on most of my free time. The past year and a half has been reading Worm or Worm adjacent stories. That's what I was doing right before stream. It hasn't stopped. I'm still doing it. There is so much good shit to read. Like, I'm not even kidding. And I'm a fucking loser. Because I still read fan fiction. I'm so lame. But it's fun. A lot of it was good. With that one person before, yeah, I destroyed my Discord talking about it with one of my viewers who, I think they're one of Oblivious's viewers who hopped on over, I think, or someone's viewers, I don't know. But so yeah, in the background, I'm there reading, and that's a huge time sink, and it's totally distracted me from being responsible. That is not an exaggeration. But when my lease is up in January, June 27th, I think my lease is finished. Yes. Or was it July? No, June, because I have a 13-month lease and my lease is up at the end of this month. I moved out of the streamer house in Austin with all the other people in it. I went from being in a house with 5 people, including myself, so 4 other people, to being all alone in my own apartment. And I do miss being able to see people all the time and like going out like midnight, like 7-Eleven runs and stuff like that. And I do miss like a lot of the shit involved being around people, but having just purely my own space, having my own kitchen, having better internet, honestly. I have fiber. They don't. Haha. Haha, Veronica. Haha. The fact that I don't know if the house has fiber now, but they told us like after, a month after, like when we were moving in, the people at the AT&T store were like, "Yeah, fiber in like a month." They're just finishing up like stuff with the local municipality, like like stuff like that. No, never happened. Never happened. He never happened. But I moved here and got fiber, so that's been great for like some of the stuff I'm doing, because I'll get in that in a minute. So I moved here. It's a 1-bed, 1-bath with its own garage, and I'm paying about the same rent. So like crazy, right? I have my own garage for my car, literally right below me. It's not one of those detached ones either. That's part of my house. It's like part of the property. Like it's not a detached building. I mean, it's my own. I have an entrance down my stairs. It's just me. It's like a fully enclosed. This is more of a townhouse, honestly. It's just like more of an apartment. It's like half apartment, half townhouse. It's really nice. I like it. It took me like, I was like in that kind of state though, where I didn't unpack fully for like 10 months. I only unpacked fully, I think, around March. I still had boxes. Like my bedroom was bare walls, no decorations. It had a carpet and a bed, and that's it for almost a year. But now everything's mostly like pretty decorated. I still, if I am staying here longer, I might decorate the walls in my living room a bit more because they're kind of blank. But my bedroom has like lights and decorations and like cool sound pad designs and posters now and everything. So that's what matters. My my new layout. I have, besides missing, I miss, the one bad thing about my new apartment is that I have way less VR space. I still have a lot. I still have a lot of VR space. But I went from having quite literally one of the biggest play spaces I've ever seen to having like a decent sized play space to where I could still like RP and jump around and like do stuff, but I couldn't literally sprint across the room. That was something my old bedroom could do. I could literally sprint in it, which was so cool. So that's like one of the downsides. That's the downside I feel the most. But my PC is actually in my living room with my desk and everything because it's my own space. I have my PC. Actually, fuck it. Fuck it, guys. Hope I don't face reveal here by accident, but where's my phone? Where the fuck is my cell phone? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? I almost tripped. My phone is lost into the ether. I shall never find it. Wait, I can just use phone link to fucking ping my phone. Put my mask on? I could. It's right there. But I'm also wearing like pajamas right now. I'm not presentable. Not in the slightest. Find my phone. Play sound. Oh, it's literally right here! It's on my desk next to my hand. Shut up, phone, shut up. Shut up. There it is. Okay. I'm gonna do something funny. I'll just show you guys my apartment. And this is entirely not like cleaned up. So let me just click that button. And then I will add an NDI source. Wait, no. I can just use the same NDI source that Nero. Whoa, look at that. Transform. Whoa. Why is it so tiny? Yeah, you guys have to look through this, you know? You have to look through this tiny little thing. There you go. That's how it'll work. Phone NDI, it's locked, that's why. Why is it even like that? Reset transform. Okay. Here. Room time. Gotta make sure there's no reflections. Oh, my TV will totally reflect me. My TV, okay, no, well. So, PC, funny pills, you know, funny pills. There's my PC, and then it's just like that stuff. That's like kind of like my decoration slash like pills table. And almost showed my face. TV, couch, bit of a mess, but not really. Kitchen. I love my kitchen. I like the kitchen a lot. And I'm gonna be quiet. You guys won't be able to hear me for a second, but I'll show you my bedroom. That's my VR space. And you may have noticed, Eddie, your PC's over here. How are you doing VR in here? If you guys can even hear me still, it's called network cabling. I have USB to Ethernet back to USB across my apartment around like the back of my couches and shit to have my dongles, my dongles like in my bedroom. And because I use Quest Pro, I have wireless. And now I have a fully true wireless setup. My PC is in here, and my everything else is in the other room. My base stations use Bluetooth and all that stuff, and I have a 400-foot range, super powerful Bluetooth dongle in that room on the USB as well. So like, I have a perfect wireless VR setup, and my router is in my closet, and it's a full Wi-Fi 66 gigahertz router and everything. Part of my whole server rack setup. Not really a rack, it's more like a home lab. You know, it's like a PC with a router on top of it, running from my fiber connection. Yeah. But it's super cool. I have like a full wireless setup and it works perfectly. My PC's in a different room and it saves space because my desk isn't in the same room as my PC and stuff like that. Well, my desk isn't in the same room as my PC. Really? Is that how that works, Kat? Is that really how that works? Is it? I guess all my stuff is just floating on my desk right now. Well, not on my desk, because my desk is not in the same room as my PC, obviously. No, my VR is in a different room than my PC and my desk. Okay, good night, Egg. Good night. Oh, wow. People who had got an ad got cucked out of seeing all that, I think, because there was a 3-minute ad where it was showing all that. Whoops. Got a sub, or use alternative methods to not see ads, like Nitro. Wink. Yeah. So that's my apartment. It's pretty cool. I move out December 26th. I renewed my lease for 5 months because I'm getting the fuck out of Texas. Which brings me to what I've also been dealing with the past. Why do my eyes turn when I tilt my head? Interesting. I'm still never really happy with Naruto. I might just go back to VC Face. But I've been dealing with legal issues, getting my name changed and stuff like that, and getting my passport changed, and getting tons of other stuff changed the past while. And that's been a nightmare. It's been like a nightmare in the just, God, this is so much bureaucracy sense, not in the, okay, it is kind of in the they want to kill me sense. I live in Texas. You can't change a lot of things on your ID. But I changed my name. And then I had to get my name changed for my aviation stuff and my medical. Oh, I still have to call the Oklahoma office to get my medical updated. Alexa, remind me tomorrow at 7 a.m. to call the FAA medical office in Oklahoma. And that's gonna be like a fucking month-long process, isn't it? Okay. But a lot of the work was getting my medical back because, you know, funny pills, funny girl pills. I had to fly to Denver. and seeing an AME who I could trust to fairly report me. An AME is an aviation medical examiner. And then I had to do all that stuff. So I had to fly to Denver just for a doctor's appointment and spent all the money on that too. And he wanted like $200 cash for the appointment because aviation is so backwards. Everyone wants cash. I swear, everyone wants cash. Medical, like every type of examiner or like thing just wants cash. They don't take anything else. Are y'all reporting your taxes correctly? Are y'all actually doing your shit? Why do y'all want cash? What is this dog shit? But whatever. $200 cash to this guy who gave me an exam, and that was in November. And then I'm gonna mute for this because I'm gonna rant. I'm gonna rant. So November comes around. Okay, this is like still when Biden was president. November, I do all the thing in November, and come December 27th, I get a letter from the FAA saying, we want more information. Your medical has been deferred, which is what I was expecting. And I had the form pre-filled out. But the form, because I pre-filled it out too long ago, they needed me to go see. So this was back in March of that year in 2024. After I kind of stopped streaming a bit, I knew I would need to see some sort of doctor or WPATH, like licensed psychiatrist. Because the FAA wants like an okay from a psychiatrist that if you're on HRT, you're not going to do something, bad. Because apparently we're all psychos. Apparently. But from there, so I did that back in March. So I have it all pre-signed out, all done correctly. And comes around, I send in the form. They need that form. But they also ask for information specifically about me from my current doctor, my non-AME doctor, which is super non-standard. That's super non-standard. But I'm like, okay, sure, whatever, fine by me. I'll do that. So I get that form ready, and then I talk to my actual doctor. And my doctor's like, okay, I'm on break right now because it's a Christmas, New Year's time. When we come back, I'll fill that form out. He comes back January 4th. Want to know what was right after January 4th? The election, the inauguration of El Presidente. And you want to know the first executive order he signed? The thing about, a lot of trans individuals in government processes. Doing that caused a shit show because I needed my doctor to forward information about my medical and like health and stuff to the government, because that's what the FAA is, the government. And the government just came out as super against this kind of stuff. And my doctor is also, I'm not going to dox them, but they're very well known, and they are currently spearheading many legal battles as part of a 501c3 nonprofit, some of which are involved in the Supreme Court. So, my doctor's lawyers did not want to complicate matters, so they advised my doctor to refuse to send any information because there was a non-zero chance my actual form could end up on the White House's desk, on the president's desk as an example of something, or for some manner or another. And they were terrified of that. So I had to get lawyers involved. They already had lawyers involved. I had to ask around. I had to talk to my union group, my NGP, like National Gay Pilots Association, which I guess is kind of a union group. I do pay dues and stuff like that. I had to contact them, get information from them and other members about if people are still being accepted. Then there was negotiations back and forth, and then the lawyers, my doctor's lawyers, were like, okay, maybe we can format something. And all this was taking months, to the point where I had to call and ask for 2 extensions. So eventually, around a few months ago, I'd say, I forget exactly when, finally there was an agreement reached, and my doctor got the okay to send a very vague form that was very non-specific. And so I got that form, that letter, and I included that. And because enough time had passed, I couldn't send my original psychiatrist's note anymore. So I had to reschedule that because there was a period where that was valid. So I had to reschedule that. And thankfully, she fit me in like 2 days after that. And then I got that done. Got the form filled out, which looked virtually identical to the last form, just with a different date. Virtually identical. All the same answers filled out. And then mailed that to the FAA. Finally. And then I waited like 3 months. And just last month, I got the okay from the FAA that my medical was approved, and it arrived in the mail, and with no restrictions, which is pretty rare, actually. Usually, I've heard word of trans girls who need to go keep seeing that psychiatrist every year up until 5 years have passed. I didn't get that restriction. I got a full fat first class medical, which means I have maximum privileges and maximum. It's just the best. So that's all done. My phone fell. My phone mount fell. I don't know if you guys heard that. But from there, enough time had passed to where my name changed. My IRL name is now Kat. You know, K-A-T. Or Catherine, formerly, though it is legally Kat, K-A-T. But I probably should have done Catherine. But I'm going to tell people professionally to call me Catherine in case the Kat is too informal. It's totally... it's the same as my RP character. But I got that done. I got that shit done. But now my name's changed. So... I need to during the process of all this, I got a new ID, new passport card, went to all my banks, updated all this stuff, all in the background of doing all this. And now that my medical was updated, I had to get my name changed in my pilot's license. It doesn't seem that hard. Every other government place let you do it online for the most part. Besides like going to the DMV, which you just had to bring in some forms and schedule an appointment. It wasn't that difficult, you know? The FAA doesn't care. They want to be difficult. I live in Austin, Texas, roughly. You know, the capital of Austin. Capital of Texas. Do you know what it doesn't have, despite being the capital? An FAA FSDO office, a Flight Standards District Office. FSDO, is that exactly a Flight Standards District Safety Office? Yeah, FSDO. It's Flight Standards District Office. Yeah, that's right. I got it right the first time. I'm not stupid. I'm not crazy. It doesn't have one. Want to know who does? Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio. You know, the 3 big cities around me that are all like 4 hours away. For some reason, Austin doesn't have one. So I needed to find a time in my schedule and also in their schedule, because you can't walk in. You have to book an appointment. And they're only open from certain times, and they're very strict. No big airport in Austin. Austin International is decently big. Like, Austin International isn't, like, that small. I've seen smaller airports that have FSDOs. I'm pretty sure. Whatever. I had to drive down to San Antonio, and that was like a 2.5 hour drive one way. And I had to find, like, a time to... Hi, Dawn. Hi. I had to find a time where that would work on my schedule. And by schedule, I mean sleep schedule. Because my sleep schedule is crazy. And I had to find a time that would work on their appointment. So I ended up scheduling it, like, 3 weeks out. And then I finally ended up driving down and getting all that stuff solved. And now I'm waiting for my pilot certificate to come back. I have a temporary one in my bag. So I can fly. And I asked the guy at the FSDO, which is actually, this isn't like advice. When he tells me it's allowed, it's pretty damn formal, because they're the people who like you ask these type of questions to. I asked him, hey, can I fly with like my medical not matching my normal name? He's like, yeah. Everyone with a brain will understand it. Like literally, that was how he phrased it. Yeah, anyone who thinks and has a brain will understand the situation. Yeah, if you ever get ramp checked, you should be fine. So I can fly again. I still need to get my medical updated though, because if I try to get employed somewhere, they might be a little weird about it, because you know, But yeah, that's like the legal stuff I've been dealing with. Oh, actually, no, I got sued as well. I got sued. Remember that car crash like a year and a half ago I got in where I got T-boned at an intersection by some kid in a Porsche on the way back from the USS Texas? Kid's family sued me for damages, you know, because the airbag broke his wrist. Apparently. Just thankfully, so that was a whole process, but thankfully my insurance covered it. My insurance had their own lawyers, and they just like literally did everything without me. I just had to get involved a little, like send some information their way and stuff like that. But nothing ended up coming out of it. I don't know. I think the outcome was that they settled. My insurance settled with them. So good. That also worked out. But that was a thing I had to deal with for a while too. Yeah. I'm gonna resume the music. But what else was there? There's still a lot more. I'm just forgetting it because it's been a while. So that's like been my IRL life. Oh, I'm also probably again. I'm okay. So my lease is up at the end of this month. I'm renewing for only 5 months, which actually isn't that much more expensive. It's like $70 more a month. Every other option, like 6 months, renewing for 6 months, much more expensive. Renewing for 4 months, much more expensive. I'm talking $2,500 a month instead of the like $1,300 a month I'm currently on. But for some reason, I know why. 5 months, so super easy. Want to know why? Because I move out the day after Christmas. So I'm not traveling for Christmas. But I might try to convince some people like Brim to come down and help me move if I am moving, but also spend Christmas down here. But I don't know if that'll happen because I think they usually spend Christmas with their families, like Happy and Brim. And yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, day after Christmas, I have to move out. Merry Christmas. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm dealing with. I might not even move, but I kind of want to. I went and visited a few places, or one place so far, to see what the environment for aviation is like. Kind of see what the job opportunities are like. I won't say where because that would dox people and dox my future self. But it didn't look too bad. But I'm gonna go visit some place in Philadelphia. I have family in the Philadelphia area, and I might try to move around them to be around more people that like and also be in a state that doesn't literally want me to die. I'm not going to talk politics in the stream. I'm very much like I'm very like politically charged recently, and I don't want to ruin this stream mood. But I'm moving out of Texas probably. I'd say like 70% chance I do. But the reason I'm staying for a few months is because I have some things I need to finish up. One, I'm probably getting surgery, top surgery. I'm getting, my boobs haven't really been growing, and I want them to be bigger. So I'm doing that. So I'm kind of like my current insurance will cover it depending on the doctor, or they might cover it after the fact. And there's some good doctors in Austin, and I don't know where there'd be good doctors elsewhere besides like Florida. I know Florida has amazing plastic surgeons, so I might be going there. Well, I might be. Oh, no, I'm not moving back to Florida. Never in a million years. Never. I'm never moving back to Florida. Yeah. But Austin has some good surgeons. So I'm gonna do that, and then after that's all done, I'm gonna move probably. I hope I find an apartment as good as this one. This one was really good for its price. One of the places I'm looking at, though, I could afford a house for my current apartment. For my current rent. So that'd be pretty cool. If I get a roommate and pay like only $400 a month. That'd be crazy. For a house. That'd be crazy. With only 2 people. And have my own room. Like two rooms. I'd get like a 3-bed, 2-bath, and one person would get the 1 bed, 1 bath, and I'd get the room and then the room without the, without the, yeah, totally. Without the bathroom. Anyways, there's been a lot more going on. A lot of it's family related. I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole on stream. It's not great though. Some of it's good, some of it's not. But I'm dealing with a lot of stuff like that. That's why I've been like doing the past like while. Let's see, is there anything else? I've been doing model work here and there. Kind of scrolling through. Oh! Clap. Burst your eardrums out. I went to Canada. I actually didn't talk about this. I went camping in Canada. I don't think I've ever mentioned this on stream. I was out of the apartment I was out of my out of home for like 2 weeks back in almost a year. Oh my god, almost exactly a year ago. Whoa. A little, like 11 months ago. Crazy. That's crazy, dog. What the fuck? But yes, I went to camping in Canada. First, I went to Orlando with Brim and a lot of other people. That was really fun. I hung out with Sky, my friend Sky, a lot. Not gonna get too in depth about what that trip was like, but it was really cool. And then I went to Canada and literally almost died. I think the closest I ever felt to death was in Canada. That's not even a joke. I caught some sort of really bad stomach virus. It was bad. It was like actually bad. I went camping in Alma. Let's look at Google Maps. What's that? Yeah, I went camping in Alma. Getting there was a nightmare. So I was flying from someplace in Florida because I was near Orlando. Remember, and it was always I went to Orlando, then to Canada, and then back home. So a week in Orlando, 2 weeks in Canada. So from Orlando, I took the train down to the airport because the airport was in West Palm that I was flying out of, and then from there I was supposed to go to New York for a layover. Huge storms hit New York around that time, and my flight got delayed, and then delayed, and then delayed, and then delayed. And then delayed, nonstop, for like 13 hours. I had a 13-hour delay. The flight got canceled, actually. The flight to full stop got canceled, and the next flight I could make was 13 hours. All my other friends who were flying in on that same flight from other parts of the country ended up rerouting their flights to Toronto instead, and negotiating on some other thing, but they had to like wait even longer. But I stuck it out. And eventually, 13 hours later, I flew into New York. And then from New York, I had a layover up into Holton? Or Bangor? I think it was Bangor. No, not Bangor. Was it Bangor? I think it was Holton or some Presque Isle. Presque Isle, that's where it was. Presque Isle, yes, I remember. Very much on the border, very north of Maine on the border. That's the most north I've been in. Actually, that's not true. I've been to Vancouver and Seattle before, and I've been to Alaska. But still, on the East Coast, that's the most north I've been. I really like the environment. Very pretty. Everyone who lives in Maine and and also the New England area down south of it, I like where you live. It's kind of cool there, quite literally. But that flight into Presque Isle was literally like I got to New York finally after a 13-hour layover, and then the next flight from New York to Presque Isle was like I think it was 9 hours. It was 9 or 10 hours away, and at this point I hadn't slept in 26 hours because of the layovers, and these were like progressive layovers too. Back in Florida, they weren't like, oh, the flight is canceled. Your next flight is 13 hours. You can go home type thing. No, it was your flight's been delayed an hour. Your flight's been delayed 30 minutes. Your flight's been delayed an hour. Your flight's been delayed 30 minutes. Your flight's been delayed an hour. Your flight's been delayed 2 hours. Your flight's been delayed 3 hours. Like that. So I couldn't leave. I couldn't leave the airport, so I never slept. I didn't get any food or anything either. So I flew into New York. 2 a.m. No. Yeah. No. It was like 1 or 2 a.m. I got into New York. And by that time, all the places to eat are closed. Like all of them. And I'm just exhausted. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go sleep. And they were handing out cots and stuff like that to go sleep. So people could actually sleep. And I had I was able to pass out. But I walk up, I go to the cots, and the lady in front of me, she grabs a cot. I walk up to where the cots are. They're all gone. The lady in front of me took the last one. No cots for me. No cots. And there were no more in the entire terminal. I walked up and down. I walked like 5 miles through multiple terminals trying to find a cot. No cots. No cots. That sucked. So, and no places to eat were open, except one Dunkin' Donuts on the other side of the airport. Want to know who walked to the other side of the airport to the Dunkin' Donuts for food? This bitch. The Dunkin' Donuts was closed, despite it being open. The lights were on and everything, like, but they were out of donuts, and the guy wasn't even in there. Everything was on, but there were no donuts, and there was no one manning the donuts, no one making any. So I walked like a mile specifically for these donuts after already walking like 3 miles looking for a cot. No donuts. So I give up. And I trying to find a place to sleep because my flight's in 7 hours at this point. I've been walking for like a few hours. So I'm like, okay. I start walking around. All the fucking like nice places are taken up. All the places, like all the little like food areas are kind of taken up. Like where you have like the bench seating. So it was literally either sleep on the hard concrete, like the hard like fake, like I wouldn't say fake, like the laminated concrete or floors, whatever they use at the airport, like the hard tile, you know, not really tile, but you know what I mean. The laminate or whatever it's called. Or I was a little naughty. Oh, I can get a photo of this. Do I have a photo of this? I'm gonna find a photo of this. I'm gonna leave you guys in suspension here for a second. This was back in July 2024. Yeah, here we go. God, you could tell how tired I am just by the photo. I decided I'm tired enough. I found one restaurant. Like all the restaurants that had like open seating and booths outside, they were full. So I'm like, okay. I peek in through the door of this restaurant. Like because it has a window. And there's just tons of like booths in there, completely empty. The lights are off too. And I test the door handle. It's open. It's unlocked. So I did a naughty and snuck. I snuck into this closed restaurant at like 3 a.m. in New York, and just you can tell how tired I am by how blurry the photo is, and just my stuff is just running. There's my sleeping bag because I'm going camping in Canada. I literally took my sleeping bag out, actually like unrolled it and everything. On here, I slept on this curved surface. You can tell there's my phone up there. No, my phone is in my hand. My phone in my hand. I ended up putting my phone like up here behind me or something. No, I put it in my sleeping bag and I put something up here. I forget what it was. Yeah, here's just all my stuff. I ended up sleeping for like 5 hours in this random restaurant that was closed in an airport. And I wake up, the lights are on like 5 hours later, and there's just like employees walking by, getting the place ready for like dinner, like lunch, not like brunch. Mostly, it was like brunch / breakfast service, and they're just walking by me, not even looking at me. You could tell these people are done with their lives. These people are so exhausted and done with their lives, working at this airport in the middle of bumfuck, like middle of New York, in the middle of like this random terminal. None of them gave me a single look. None of them. Not even one. Not even while I was getting ready. Not even nothing. So I just wake up. None of them woke me up either. They let me sleep. I wake up normally. I just pack my things and I walk out with none of them even looking at me. This is like 10 minutes before their service starts. And none of them cared. It was awesome. It was one of the best sleeps of my life. Not their problem, exactly. It was great. And that was my New York airport adventure. I have a lot of photos from when I was in Alma too. Let's see. I'll show you guys some of the nice ones. I took these I went hiking a lot, like actually hiking, like hiking, which is pretty cool. Really pretty picture of a flower I took. God, aren't I a professional? I'm so cool. Those are face photos. We cooked sausages one night. So like Our plan was 2 camping trips. Well, I swear we'll start working here in a minute, guys. But I want to get through the whole backlog of stuff, you know. So like, we were normal camping. I had we are sharing a tent with a friend and stuff like that. Mr. Kitty, no, I'm not edgy enough for Mr. Kitty. I'm not depresso enough for Mr. Kitty anymore. I need like a new playlist, guys. My taste in music has changed. I just don't have a playlist for stream anymore. Maybe. Yeah, we cooked sausages like bratwursts one night. These are the same people I went camping with at the Okeechobee Music Festival like a few years ago. Canada was pretty. I could spend like an hour talking about everything we did in Canada. Risk of Rain? Yeah, fuck it. You know. Risk of Rain playlist. Risk of Rain 2. There we go. But yeah. Let me see. Are there any other pretty photos? I went hiking a lot. That's just a photo of a rock. Why do I have that? Oh yeah, my campgrounds. I'll take a photo. I'll show a photo of the campsite. Oh, that's Mur's face. I can't show that. Never mind. I can't show photos. It's people showing people faces. Oh yeah, we cooked MREs. We got actual Canadian like modern MREs. Pretty good actually. Best meal I had there that wasn't like at a restaurant. Good food, good company. Camping was fun. Spent a lot of money that I wish I didn't. But you know. But then disaster struck. Remember how I prefaced all this with being like, yeah, I almost died? During that camping trip at some point, I caught some sort of stomach virus. And this wasn't like some random, like some like no-name stomach virus. This was like bad. It hit me slowly at first, and I think it was made worse by something I'll explain in a minute. So like first day, I just felt a little sick. Second day, my tummy hurt. I threw up after the Chinese food that night. After that, I couldn't eat or drink anything for 5 days. Like actually. Anything that entered my stomach was like explosively like rejected by me. I won't get too graphic by it, but it was bad. I legitimately did not eat anything for a week, and like I was dehydrated to hell. I could feel it. I've never felt so exhausted in my life. I legitimately thought I was dying, and I think I was. And it was bad. It was like legitimately horribly bad. To the point where everyone else was doing stuff. We had to camp. We had to delay the second camping trip. Because we were gonna like take a few days off in the Airbnb and then go camping again. Because one of my friends lived in Canada, so we were like using their car and stuff like that. So we were at an Airbnb when this all happened, and I was just oh my god, I was sick. I could not eat a single thing. And it's like a stomach reaction, you know? So I was like, okay, Pepto-Bismol. That's always worked. I take some Pepto-Bismol, couldn't even get it down my throat. My throat was so clogged and my stomach was so bad, I just couldn't. Any water down my throat? No, couldn't. Legitimately couldn't. By the 5th day, I called an ambulance. At like 4 in the morning. Like actually. I couldn't sleep either. I didn't sleep. This entire time, I was maybe getting like an hour of a sleep a night. Like intermittently. Throughout the entire day. Like, I was just in and out of like fading consciousness to where I wasn't getting any rest. But I was like not sleep. I was like passing out, going unconscious, but not sleeping. It was actually bad. So I called an ambulance. They come in. They tell me what I have. I forget what it was called, but it was some stomach virus. They're like, yeah, we'll give you this booster shot, and it will basically forcibly relax. It wasn't like for the virus, but it was like they knew the symptoms and knew how to relieve it. So it relaxed some muscles in my stomach, in my throat, so I could actually like get something. And it was like an anti-nausea shot. It only lasted for like an hour, but it was the most they could do without me going to the ER. So they do that. And then from there, they told me to wait like 20 minutes for it to take full effect after they left, and to take like a lot of Pepto-Bismol, and then just keep taking Pepto-Bismol to like hold me to like actually be able to eat food and swallow like drink stuff, because that'll help fight off like whatever I have. So I end up doing that, and it worked for a good amount. I was able to like very barely eat and drink stuff, and it worked for a few days. I was still sick as hell, and then someone else in the house got COVID. And yeah. So we all took COVID tests, and I was positive. I tested positive twice. And at this point, we moved to another B&B, and the second round of camping got canceled completely because now 3 of us were sick. Because I got sick, and then one other person got sick, and then one other person got COVID from the both of us. So either I already had COVID. Oh, hi, Nisage. Hi. So either I already had COVID, or I got COVID at the tail end of this. And that just made everything worse. So then I got COVID. And the COVID, I have booster shots and vaccines and everything. I got kicked. My ass got kicked by COVID. And maybe I was already getting my ass kicked by COVID, and that's why it was so bad. But for another week, I was sick and rejecting food again. But like just barely enough to where I could eat, but not that much. Yeah. No, yeah. No, I was hoping no one had enough points for that, yeah. Oh no. Oh no, yeah. Diabolical, true, yeah. Okay. So I got COVID. The next week of my life was also hell. And then I recovered right in time to go home. But like not enough to where on the plane I was in and out of like the bathroom, and I was like, it was bad. It was still bad. I was still feeling it when I got home. But like that's the first time in my life, yeah, that I've ever had to like call an ambulance, yeah. So yeah, that was my life. That was the Canada trip. It was fun though. I want to go camping again. Just not get deadly sick. You want to redeem a 7TV emote, Clappy? Okay, sure. Okay, Nisage, you get friend privilege. I'll let you add a 7TV emote. Where's my Chrome? You could redeem it twice, yeah? Don't you dare, yeah. I gotta sign in, yeah. Sign in with Twitch, yeah. Add to CatGirlEddie emotes, yeah. There we go, yeah. Clapping, yeah. If you go, okay. Do I have a redeem that allows you to add emotes? I forget, yeah. I need to lurk in Laser Shield's offline chat to steal their emotes again, yeah. Because that's the best place to find good emotes, yeah. I'm also adding this, yeah. Now that I'm browsing 7TV, I'm adding emotes, yeah. Okay, yeah. That was how I've been doing when I'm not reading copious amounts of worm fan fiction. That was been my life the past while. Let me just scroll through my calendar a bit more to make sure that was kind of everything. Well, I guess there was one other thing. Back in May of last year, I don't think I ever talked about this. I went to see the USS New Jersey in dry dock, just like with the Texas. And don't worry, guys, this time I didn't get into an accident. I didn't get into a car accident this time after seeing a battleship. I'll show a few photos. I should just fucking face reveal at this point, dude. Maybe that'll be a sub goal. Just face reveal. Who fucking knows? I'm kind of tired of having to curate all my photos for faces. One of the coolest trips of my life, though. I'm a big, like, naval nerd, you know? Let me find a good photo. Where are you, Jersey? You have any good side photos? Yeah, here we go. She's so pretty. I'm a big boat nerd. There we go. USS New Jersey. I'm not going to talk too much because it's kind of self-explanatory. If you want to know anything about it, Draconiffle, or if that's how you say it on YouTube, has a lot of good videos about New Jersey. Damn, I'm pretty. I just saw a photo of me. I'm pretty. The boatism? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I walked all the way down at the bottom too, touched all the bottom parts. Why is it not showing? Damn, that's a photo of my boobs. No, I can't show that. Okay, I'll just show 2 more photos. Copy as path. Boom. Like, look at the scale of this. Like, fucking hell, dude. Such a cool experience. If you want to, like, a perspective from top down how big this bitch is, that's where I was down there. That's really funny. Really? If you join the Discord call. Yeah. But, yeah. That's kind of what my... That's what my 1.5 year long hiatus was. The one that... Remember when I first went on hiatus, I said I'd be back in a week? Well, I guess I did do a bit more. There's a little bit more to talk about. I kinda... I met someone, got along really well with them. But they had some, like... I don't know, I tried dating for a while. It was kind of cool. Met some cool people. Went to a really fun party. Lamau, you're on the left, loser. I went to a really fun party that I'll remember for a long time. Like, it was such a cool party in the heart of Austin with tons of indie artists in a what is it called? What is it called when it's a group of low income housing? It's kind of like a facility specifically for low income housing. That's kind of like in the heart of a city. I forget what it was called. It was really cool though. I loved tons of cool wall art. There's a cool community center. A lot of this like freestyle music and alternative lifestyle. It was really cool. It was really, and they took me there as a. I wasn't a date. We both kind of. I already told them I wasn't really interested in them for dating at that point. But we kind of just hung out there. A homeless occupation? I don't think it's no. It said low income, not homeless. Why is my helmet on? Oh, you turned it on. I'm stupid. Yeah. Oh, I didn't end the sentences with yeah. I forgot yeah. But that was really fun. Didn't work out. Stuff happened. I mean, nothing really bad happened. It's kind of just like what they wanted and what I wanted didn't match up, you know? And what their living situation was didn't really match up with what I wanted in a relationship, so it didn't work out. But it's pretty cool though. I met a lot of cool people doing all that stuff, so that's kind of what I was doing. And what else was there? I think there's only one more thing that I could really cover. Oh yeah, RP. Yeah, it's kind of self-explanatory. I don't play D&D anymore because I haven't really found a game. But I've been playing a lot of RP, and you guys should watch my RP streams. I do them every Thursday is almost guaranteed. and maybe Monday or Friday, depending on if I go to Bayo 9. I have a lot of thought and a lot, like I have 2 RP characters with Brim. Well, I wouldn't say with Brim. One of them is like kind of Brim's background character. Like they're like kind of like lore character that gets involved whenever they're needed. And another one is kind of like kind of a self-insert. I mean, their name is literally my name IRL and everything. And I kind of play them with my personality because it's just like what you should do for your first RP character when you're like people are meeting you for the first time. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of RP stuff in Aegis and stuff like that. So I'm gonna start getting really involved in the RP scene. That's how I got back into VR and model making and stuff like that. Over the past like year and a half, I've been still doing light model making, but RP has kind of like pushed me back into doing it. And now I need money, so I'm doing commissions now because I've been kind of brushed back up on model work. I really need the money. So I have like a 7-month-old commission from Jufa I accepted out of nowhere that I just never started until like recently. So I'm gonna do that today whenever I shut the fuck up and start working. Just a lot to catch up on though. You do work during those? Good, I'm glad. I stream a lot of it mostly for like archival purposes, and so I can go back and review the VODs and stuff like that. And it's just like no point in not streaming it, especially when everyone else does it. There's no point literally in not streaming it. It's just not a lot of chat engagement or interaction. And I get really into character too. Like actually crying and really into the head. I had an actual like PTSD moment off stream. No, it was on stream. Was it? Did I stream last Thursday? I don't even remember if I streamed last Thursday. But yeah, it was going. I'm going. Yeah, I'm plopping. Damn, I can't think of the blah emote and not thinking of like trolling River or Brene with that emote. Oh, that was back when I was playing SnowRunner. Remember SnowRunner? Remember when Strippin promised to play SnowRunner with me? Can't believe that dude bailed out of that agreement. Can't believe it. I'm gonna kill his horses. I'm gonna send them to the glue factory. But yeah, that's kind of how I've been doing the past while. I think that's mostly it. Oh. I did set up like I've been getting really into doing a home lab, home server stuff. So I have a whole server and everything, a dedicated server in my like closet that I can like VPN into when I'm away with like a Plex server and stuff like that with Linux ISOs. If you get it, you get it. So I can like watch a lot of like my legally owned media. Stuff like hosting Minecraft servers for friends and a lot of stuff like that. I built my own new tab page, so when I do Control T on a browser, it like, you know, shows. Is there anything here that would dox me? Not really. I just won't scroll down, you know. Edge. You know, like this. I built this. It's a little like homepage thing. Transform, reset, stuff like that. Nothing to really dox. Even you guys can't even access it. I did some cool authentication based stuff, so only I can access it. It's pretty cool though. This is like I've been kind of getting into that kind of stuff. Yeah. Properly hosted through Cloudflare and VPN and everything. It's kind of cool. If you guys wanted to dox me, you have way more powerful stuff to dox me with. How do I turn that off? There we go. Anyway, I've been talking for almost an hour and a half now. Actually, exactly an hour and a half. Yeah, about an hour and a half now. I'm gonna get to model work. Nizage, what do you mean dox me? You have you've met me IRL. That's one of the bitches who went on the Orlando trip I was talking about. Work woman? Nuh-uh. Actually, no. We're gonna play games. We're gonna play Star Sector, actually. And I'm gonna delay working on this commission for another 5 months. Nuh-uh. Just because you said that. Just because. We fought IRL. Oh, we should have fought IRL. Yeah. Why is like my calibration bringing me down? That's not cool. God, why is everything trying to bring me down these days? You know, I can't. I don't like how. Maybe I'm just VR brain coded. I don't like how like VTuber setups like feel so stiff most of the time. Anyways, to Unity. Boom. There we go. To Unity. Let me do all this. Ike messaged me. Are people talking about me in Aika's chat? Are people talking? I'm getting pinged. Sorry, I'm lurking now. I want to see what this is about before I get back to work. I see you, Aika's chat. I see you. Looks at you. Holy fuck, Mimi is still playing Uma Musume on stream. This bitch been grinding. And Oblivious is playing Tell. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. This is how my they're not playing Tell. I think. Oh god, I gotta watch the VOD now. Uh-oh. Anyways. Okay. To-do list. Gotta get locked in, you know. Let's lock in. To-do list. Here's Jufa's project. Whoa. Jufa moment. I gotta like sit up straight, dude. Okay. Ow. Is Spotify too quiet for you guys? Also, I'm gonna unmute. I'll probably talk to Brim. So now that I'm back in Unity, I'm probably gonna talk to Brim in the streaming voice because they're here. Brim, are you there? Kills you with a gun. Actually, no, don't say anything yet. There we go. I gotta copy the audio over. Boom. There we go. Now they can hear. Brim. Don't you dare click. Don't do that to me. Are you there? Can't believe it. They abandoned me in my time of need. Truly. Snoopy, thank you for the sub. Have I missed any subs, Dong? No, it's a Snoopy, okay. Snoople. Snoople? It comes out almost as IE on my thing, but I think it's LA. Yeah, it is. Okay, Snoople, thank you for the sub. Thank you. Alright. So I'll go back to my other music, because now this is less like Risk of Rain. Okay, where is it? Sure, there we go. Oh, how do I turn off the... Oh, that's not right. That's also not right. Uh-oh. How do I turn off the... How do I... Does doing this... Can I do it like this? Yeah, there we go. I accidentally zoomed in because I changed the FOV on my camera. There we go. All right. So, Jufa sent me some assets. Today we're doing Jufa's Twitch commission stream, guys, like Twitch commission stuff. It's not going to be done today. A lot of it's kind of similar to Rob's. So I'm just going to reuse some assets and like modify them. So I got to get Rob's Twitch commission open. Raw full gator Rob. Rob OSC Commission 2024. Is this the most recent one? Yes, it is. Okay. So, what I need to do here. Let's see what assets. We need to have like a checklist of assets. Assets and their pricing. Okay. I could just use the. That could work. Okay. Where's Discord? Now I go to Jufa. Oh, they sent me everything. Man, I wish all my clients did this. Okay. It's just, how complete are these assets? Scorpions. Okay. So let's go to Eddie's. Oh, wrong. Unity. Go here. Folder. Jufa. Twitch. OSC. Create. Hype train incoming. Whoa. Hi, Kiwi. Thanks for the sub. Oh, I'm gonna make a Twitter announcement. Actually. Ooh, what is it? What is this song? That's a banger. That's a banger. What am I, fucking 40? Saying the word banger? Crazy. Whoa. Live. Not doing RP either. Yeah, look at that. No, because the algorithm prefers stuff with media attachments. I'm gonna keep stealing Happy's cat for clout. What I'm 40 was that supposed to mean? The Mao boomer. Boomer. I'm 26 now. Soon that'll be me. Life moves faster the older you are. I'm 40. Was that supposed to mean? Lamel. Yeah, I'm repeating that because my brain forgot I said that, you know? Sign of age. How did I used to do these announcements? Right arrow. I remember having links off Twitter also reduces visibility, but I think, yeah, it does. So I'll do red circle. They're making food at 2 a.m. Sounds about right. They're probably putting the baby to bed. But baby, I mean Happy. There. Oh yeah, if you're on my Twitter and you see the photos of the cat, that's Guppy. Oh, Brim is getting food, okay. Yes, on my Twitter, that's photo of Guppy. Brim and Happy's new kitty. He's so adorable. Oh my god, whoa. I won't show photos on my stream though, because it's not my cat, but I will use them for Twitter Cloud. Because I'm shameless. Okay, that's Scorpion. Dodgeball. Open. They even have sounds! Oh my god, I love Jufa. Jufa's so cool, guys. Giving me sounds for all the stuff too, so I don't have to spend forever looking for them. Actually making my life easy. Ultimate Home Lab. Create folder. I'm just gonna make all the folders here now. Cinder block. I still think a brick would be funnier. Toyota Corolla. Airstrike. What do they have? What? Do they have like the jet and everything? Did they want a jet? That's gonna be crazy. Okay, that might be a little bit hard to implement. Wait, let me read the yellow fog. This would. Is the fog and the darkness different? Yeah. Okay. You just saw it? Saw what? What'd you see? Am I crazy? I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Dodgeball. Okay. Cinder block. Oh, Guppy. Oh yeah. See, I kind of just forget what I'm talking about sometimes. Cinder block. Fix now. Toyota Corolla. Why a Toyota Corolla? Like, I guess just why not? Airstrike. A lot of these assets I can actually kind of use from previous projects. A lot of these, just a lot of this stuff. Creepy darkness. Whoa, that's a lot of images. Hi, Laura. Back in the mines. Trying to make rent this month. I do have other commissions I could do, but I took this one first and the longest to go, so I'm gonna do it because I'm responsible and I'm an adult and I'm gonna stop whining about doing work. Totally. I can't live off of I can't live off of dividends from the money my parents gave me for my investment account through my inheritance for the rest of my life. I'm not a nepo baby. Okay, what do I want to start with? Start with importing the ragdoll script, because I'm going to need that. Gumroad, I think I downloaded that initially from dashboard. Where is the newest version of the ragdoll script? I got it on Booth. Okay. I got it from Booth. Purchases. Messed with the new OBS control yet? No, I haven't. I'm actually going to use it probably... Actually, maybe not. Honestly. I don't really have a reason to use it. I've never really used the OSC stuff. I'm not going to lie on myself. I've just never had time to implement it nor the drive to, which I should, but I don't do VR streams anymore really either, and it's not going to be something I want to do for RP. I'm guessing. I know Oblivious does some RP OSC stuff, but it's not through OBS. I wonder what program they use. Cool if they use Sublink. Crump already swapped platforms? Really? Huh. Someone must have actually like looked at my controller and figured out what values to send and how on some other program. Yeah, Crump probably swapped platforms because authenticating with sublink is kind of always a hassle in 50/50 in my experience, Laura. I've kind of just dealt with it. But like either you have to go to that website and check everything, or Crumpet has to message me when they get banned, or on the newer versions, you like hope and pray that when you launch Sublink, it'll launch the authentication webpage, and even then, it doesn't always work. So yeah, I don't totally blame them, but also like I don't ask to be involved in that stuff anymore. Ragdoll. Zero Labs Ragdoll system. Hope this is up to date. I wonder if this has changed any. The thing is, like Laura, they don't know that. People like Crumpet don't know that. They're not techies. They just want things to launch and work, and if it doesn't work, they want it to be able to like just click yes to fix it. So if it had like a thing to detect that your token like was invalid, it would just auto clear it to like revalidate. That'd be pretty cool. That'd probably work. But Crumpet also is still using the version of Sublink before we switched over to like C# or whatever we're on now. They're using like version one, like the version one point something, like literally from the very old, because it just worked. It just worked. If they didn't get banned, the troubled one, I mean, it never really was broken. I mean, for Crumpet at least, it never broke for them. It didn't really ever break for them. It just always worked until they got banned, and then I just had to send them a new settings.json file, and then they just throw that in, and then it would work. Oh, it's broken as fuck now due to Twitch changes? That's probably why they swapped then. Probably. But they never actually used any of the features that like Twitch fucked over, if I remember right. I don't know. Okay, that's the ragdoll script. So how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? What I think I'm going to do. Let me get all my tools imported. Manage project. Oh, wrong project. Jufa project. Gesture manager. I think controller editor is still working for a few more weeks, or a week or two more, so I don't really need to update the project to rats. Okay. Thank you, Alexa, for reminding me to work. I just got my reminder to work. We can give you an undrm'd one. No, it's fine, Laura. It's fine. Message. Here. Howdy. What is this setup? What? There's nothing on this model. Ah, there we go. Okay. How do I want to do this? I can't do this the same way I did with Crumpets because it's just I don't want to. I don't want to do a lot of coding and shit for this. I can get away without it, especially with VRC Fury. It's working today? Nice. Okay. What is... Okay. Throw a dodgeball at my face. That's an easy one. Brick and ragdoll. Throw a group of scorpions. Throw a flashbang. So let's import the stuff that I can already yoink. So the flashbang I can just yoink. Probably. And then tune a little, because I actually want to change it a little. Flashbang. So I go to here. Rob. Date modified. Twitch OSC. Okay. Anything that would be overwritten. The ragdoll script. Don't really need it though. Little match. Yawned. Hi, Doctor. Hey, Dr. Corgi. Okay, gotta wait for all this stuff to compile. Yes. It says it has launched. It launched more than 2 years ago. I should probably just make that a command. But yes, I do have. I have two body pillows. It's an I have an NSFW version and a normal version. I spent a lot of money on it. I didn't ever make that money back, but I'm glad that you. Why is this falling? My fucking phone mount is falling. That's cringe. Ah! Yeah. Totally. I mean, I think everyone watching knows I had a bipolar. Kills you. Actually kills you. With a gun. It's Prime Gaming. Are you a gamer, chat? Can they even hear you? No, they can't. That's funny. Talk. They can't hear you. Get blocked. What are they? I don't think they can hear. Yeah. This is just talking in my Discord. Don't you dare. Don't you dare say those words. Okay, I gotta reset my fucking... Boom. Okay. I gotta figure out why my Discord audio capture isn't working. Properties.
Did you delete the source?
There we go, now it's working. No, it's working. It was just set on the wrong setting to not use the same exe. There, now they can hear you.
Anyway, did you guys know that with
No, nuh-uh,
Prime Gaming, you
nuh-uh,
guys
nuh-uh.
can subscribe for free if you have Amazon Prime?
Yeah, but who would support a corporation like Amazon?
Also, that is a terrible name rebrand. They should revert it. Twitch Prime was just better.
Kills you.
But I'm right, though.
No.
So you prefer Prime Gaming?
No. I prefer to have everything for free and never spend any money.
I mean, true.
Stolen Wi-Fi. Whoa. Why can't I tap into Unity? This is still compiling shaders? Oh my god. There we go. Fucking hell. But okay. Flashbang. So the way I want to do this, the way I used to do this. Go here. What I'm gonna do is find Eddie's edits, Twitch OSC, FX menu and parameters. Oh, you can't merge like this. Okay. Wanna DM someone something.
Wait, that also means I didn't hear that I was the one that brought up the body pillow. Instead,
Yeah.
you were just talking to yourself.
Oh, that's the wrong Lisa. Yeah, I just do that, you know, talk to myself. Ah, okay, there it is. That's what they swapped to. $65. Or here's what people swap to. Apparently. I think maybe you guys were already talking about it in the Sublink Discord channel though. But it doesn't matter. Twitch Community GIF is still the thing I'm going to use. Twitch Community Gift. It is an integer that is not saved and is synced. Actually, doesn't. You don't need to be synced. Twitch Community Gift. Okay. Twitch Community Gift. And then create an empty idle state. Okay, what does Jufa use? Right default's off. Based. Based as shit. Actually based. Actually based.
Based on what?
Based on you ending up at a landfill. A la Cyberpunk 2077, end of prologue, you know. Idle.
I'm assuming you heard some point that they're doing the second season.
Of what? Oh, Cyberpunk? Yeah, I saw.
Cyberpunk anime. I'm only bringing this up because recently I saw like a interview of the director being like, yeah, we're gonna make it sad again this time.
Yeah, of course they're gonna make it sad. It's
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is the story of people who think they're different than the norm and then get smashed down by society. People who dare to hope that they can make a difference in the world or do something or leave their place and win, and then get completely destroyed. So of course it's going to be sad.
Luckily, that's just fiction.
Totally. Yeah. What am I doing? Oh yeah, critic command. Now I gotta add rats. For those of you who don't know, it is a great tool called Controller Editor that is losing support and getting removed from the internet because the person who made the script decided it would be so, despite me spending money on it. So I'm using an alternative made by my friend called Rats. And it's missing some features that I really wish it wasn't. Good. But it has the important shit. This is why DRM and open source software is important, guys, because it stops that from happening. One frame. Do I not have a one frame animation just made somewhere in this controller? Thought I would. Create. What did I just make? Why is it loading? Did I just re-import the entire project? No. Okay, it was just freaking out because okay, there we go. Animation. What should I call this? Resource animations. Resources. Create. Animation controller. Go here. Throw that on. Create. Whoa. Damn, noir mode. Mr. Kitty, no thank you. One frame animation. Whoa. Night vision mode. 1 second animation. So frame, go here. Just like record that, but empty, do not modify. Copy paste. Copy paste. There we go. Now I have the one frame animations. Remove that. Duplicate. Go here. Remove that. Remove that. Test 1. Trufa, Twitch. Oh, let's see. Wait, you broke the DRM and controller editor? Laura? Wait, actually? Why haven't you told people? There's an entire Discord full of techies who were talking about how like they don't want to crack it because it's too difficult and well made. And there's like tons of people trying to crack it or figure out alternatives. You didn't do it in the VR labs. Talk to like DM one of the people in charge of VR labs and see if you can collab with them because they're trying to fucking backport everything. It's dog shit. Who fucking cares? You cracked it, dog. They can help. I'm stopping the avatar work for this for now for a minute. Laura, you son of a bitch.
You cracked the safe.
It's literally 3 functions. I don't. The way they said it, everyone was talking about it. Said the code was really well obfuscated. Fucking English is hard. Obfuscated. You know, whatever. Yes, that word. Laura, send that shit my way. Send that shit my way right now. I have literally dozens of people who are freaking out about it. It's a runtime, you run without modifying the DLL, then it's not even against the TOS, which doesn't matter because Dread broke their own TOS. Which means that the entire thing is pointless now. Bro. I know so many people who want that shit. You should be hollering at the top of the mountains about that. I know Oh my god. Tori Nanya, so I did so. Oh my. I know people like so many people who are like super talented like tool makers who didn't want it, who like took one look at this project and are like, nah, too difficult. And you're just like casual, yeah, I did it. Bruh. Bruh. Yeah, DM that shit to me, and you should probably DM the people at VR Labs before they try repeating your work over the course of like a few months. There's some people in the VR Labs Discord server who would very much be interested. At least last time I checked, like a week ago. Okay, back to Unity. Back to Unity. Back to Unity. God fucking damn it. How do I want to do this? I think I want to do this. Okay, I want to base this around VRC Fury. Alex's Discord? I don't know what the fuck that is. Who the fuck's Alex? Is that a different avatar creation Discord that I'm just not a part of? Because I'm not part of it.
Alexa? Who's Alexa?
Oh, it's Alexa. See, reading comprehension is not my greatest strong suit, despite me reading millions of words a month. Millions of words. Okay. Jufa Twitch OSC. Create folder. Then what do you expect? How do you think? Well, why would you expect I know what that Discord is?
You should have posted that in a creator Discord.
Yeah. Okay. So what do I want to do now? It's VR chat assets. They used to be lobby. They're probably after my time, which is crazy. Holy fuck. So how I want to do this is actually, I want this to be VRC Fury based. So do that. For now, I'll leave it in there. And then I'll also Twitch community gift. Create VR chat avatar expression. Twitch OSC. Jufa. Okay. From now, what I do is I'm gonna leave it all in here for now. I'm just gonna work off the base of the model, then go folder, no VR chat assets, expressions menu, Jufa, Twitch, OSC menu, main menu, and then make a folder called menu icons for later. Okay. In the main menu, I'm gonna leave that empty for now. And then what I need to do is Sorry, I got sidetracked by DMs. One frame. Animation. Let's go tools, rats, options. Is this global? Yes. Can I set a default animation? No. But what I can do, does Max do it? No. Okay. Alrighty. Create empty. Ugh, not being able to have a default animation here is. I thought rats did that. Guess not. Alright. So. This would be flashbang for how many subs? How many subs is the flashbang? 5. 5 subs. And then do this equals 5. End of that. Do a parameter driver. Set. Set that to. Oh no. It would be flashbang queue. Int flash. Add 1. You don't like the flat look? I do. You can change that. You can literally just change that in the options. It's just the default. Go here. Wait, let me show. Here's all the options. You can change everything about. See. You can change all the grid sizing and stuff like that. You can get rid of it entirely. Default is off, if I remember right. You can set your own background color. Ooh, that's kind of nice, actually. Yo. I kind of like that, actually. Wait a minute. Fuck it. Let's try that out for a bit. The drop shadow is nice too. So it goes there, turns on flashbang, and then what I can do from here is go here, FX, OSC, flashbang Q, copy, paste layer. Okay. So now, boop, 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 that's good. So what I'm gonna do here, create empty. Here. What I can do is take, where's the resources folder? Resource prefab, here we go. Flashbang container, throw it in there. Still gonna need that. Armature link. Flashbang container to hips. Actually, no, be chest. All right. Okay, that's good. So that's literally, okay, so then we go to here, and then we go to here, and then here. This is already the Twitch routine, so we'll do flashbang. 5 subs. Flashbang. Toggle, no. Button. Does RAS also have that thing where it syncs clicking on animation states in the little animation editor following the selection? It has create multiple transitions, but it doesn't have reverse transition stuff and stuff like that. Where it syncs you clicking on animation states in the animation editor following that selection. I don't know what you mean by that. But it does have, oh yeah, it does. Oh, it does have reverse. See, yeah, you can, boom, here we go. Sorry, I just never toyed with it. Yeah, it does have replicate and then replicate, etc., etc. It does have that stuff, yes. And then redirect, etc. And it does have multi-editor stuff in its own window. Tools, rats. And it has some sort of animation editor thing, but I don't know what it is. But yeah, like, it has a parameter driver editor as well and stuff like that. So yes, it does have all that. So we go here. So like, I mean, I don't think that's a controller editor thing. Are you like this? Is this what you're talking about? How it like, auto swaps this? Because it's all Unity's always done that. As long as you have something, you have the corresponding animator in the actual animator. A single click. I mean, you just double click. I mean, this is a difference. Yeah, I use Max. But you can record as well. I mean, to record. I mean, oh, I guess I've used that before in the past. I don't know. It's not a huge. That's not. I guess that's useful. I mean, I know. Trust me. I know controller. I know controller editor is pretty much always better, but it's also not open source and not. And Dread is an idiot who literally broke their own TOS and opened themselves up to legal nightmares. If anyone actually wants to pursue anything. Thankfully, they're offering refunds, but I'm pretty sure they're going to go bankrupt before they actually refund everyone because within the first like few days, they were already like a few $1,000s in the drain, and they were already complaining about not having enough like money or something. I don't know. It's definitely weird.
Makes you wonder why they even did this.
Oh, because they don't like sex in VR chat.
Okay, yeah, but it's just something that people are spending money on. Just stop.
Yeah.
Updating it.
Yeah.
Stupid.
But sex in VR chat. Okay, flashbang. That's icons done. So that's already done. We already got one of the redeems done, chat. We're actually making progress. So can I like highlight stuff in this? Boom. Full screen. Does Notepad let you like? I can bold it. I can underline it. Format your text in Notepad. Add a list. Switch between lines. Standard and markdown syntax. Oh, I see. Formatted versus. Okay. Well, let's do this. Brim, it's a different religion. Also, get the fucking VC, whore. It's, I think they're, I heard through the grapevine, I literally am in the VC! I heard through the grapevine that it's not a Christian religion or anything like that. But I'm not here to talk about, like, shit-talking religions or anything, so I'm not going to. They can have whatever religion they want.
I would think that just abandoning the project would be.
Can I underline? No, you can't. That's so weird. I'll just bold everything that's like done. There we go. That's done. Now turn off lights. Okay, the fog one we'll do next. Fog. That's dark room. I will need that.
I would just chalk up to being really stupid.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm sorry. It's too religiously charged and other stuff involved. So I don't really want to talk to him about it. Depth light. We'll need that. I'll throw you. Let's just do a funny and unpack this prefab. Excuse
What
me.
if it breaks?
Oh, here it is. Prefab. It doesn't matter. It's the prefab I made, so I just have the original prefab. fog, fog, fog. Where is this? Fire breath. You died. Dark room. Am I blind? Fog cube. Okay, let's do a boom. Here we go.
Already.
There we go. Fog cube. Oh, it's part of this. Okay. There's the explosions. Okay. Fog cube. Attached to fog reset. I'll create an empty fog. Paste here. Go there. What? Huh? Oh, I remember why I did that. Okay, so probably remake how all this works. This is fine, just a flashbang sound effect. Okay. So let's start in here. Duplicate, make transition, copy, paste, 7 subs, fog, int fog q, fog q add 1, go back with exit time of 1. Let's stack them this way. Okay. And we'll have a clear Q state. And we'll build off of it as we go so I don't go crazy. Actually, I can Twitch community gift equals 99. No. I'll do. Can't really get more than 100 subs. So we'll do 101. Exit time of 1. Okay, this will clear the queue. Go here. Put it at the top. Put it 101. Clear queue. And we'll use this icon. Okay. Now what do I want to do? Yeah, get this working. So what I should do is go here, Twitch OSC, here, layers, flashbang queue, copy layer, paste layer. Oh, wrong queue. It's the fog queue that I need. Fog queue, copy layer. Oh, whoops. I think I broke it. I broke the controller. Uh-oh. And then just do that again. Oh, shoot. Okay. I found a bug. I found a bug in rats. Uh-oh. Rats re-import. Undoing things usually breaks them. There we go. Oh, no. Might need to reboot Unity for this. I think it's because I copied a layer. Let me reboot Unity. While this reopens, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Be right back. I've returned. Oh god, I know it's still broken. It's still broken. I gotta uninstall rats because I think I know what's wrong. There's a state machine that's like nulled out. Uninstall. Okay. Unity. Whoa, that's not Unity. That's Unity. No state machine. That's what was broken there. Okay, now gotta re-import. And then boom. How did you make it? What? How did you make that happen even? I'm special. I copy and pasted a layer from one controller to another, and then control Z'd it, and then copied a different layer after I control Z it back to the previous controller. And then I went back to the new controller. Probably something not clearing out with control Z. Or something, I don't know. I don't know. Hi, Blingo. Oh my god, Blingo. Whoa. Cozy cat. Oh yeah, 1 second. Copy, paste. Oh, that's not right. It's been forever since I've been seeing the minds of my... Yeah, it has been like a year and a half. Not left our friends. I've left friends because they weren't friends. They were demons in disguise. No, I've had friends leave me too. It's just the way of life. It's just how shit goes. You can't get caught up on it.
Burning bridges.
Why are there duplicate scene assets? Clear. There we go. Fixed it. Alright, so if I go to here, and then here. Gotta copy the fog cue. What? Did it not import? It didn't. The creator companion crashed. That's crazy. I'm just breaking things, dude. Creator companion. Whoa. Can't even task manager close it. There we go. Had to fucking spam that shit. Okay. Manage project. All right. Fog, copy layer. Paste layer. Hello, Nap. Hello, Mav. Hello, hey, it's been a while. To-do lists. Ooh, I need SpongeBob sounds. What sounds are in here? Assets. SpongeBob. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's terrifying. What the fuck is Jufa? What the fuck is Jufa? I need a... Okay. Application audio capture. Unity.
What did you ask? What?
I'm talking to my chat, bitch.
No, I know, but what did you ask?
Jufa's the person doing this commission for, and the sound they made, I think they made this for this redeem. Like, they're one of the good commissioners who like sent me all the assets I need, including audio for like all the audio effects. But this audio effect, Jufa, Jouffa.
Jufa D's nuts.
What? That doesn't even make any sense. Bram, that doesn't make sense. Elaborate on that. Explain the joke. Bram, explain the joke. Don't go into my chat and just type Omega Lol. Like you're one of the people. You can't react to your own stupid joke as if you're a chatter. You can't do that. Bitch, you don't even have BTTV. Why are you typing Omega Lol? I got this bitch to install 7TV for the first time yesterday. Stop. I'm gonna listen to this.
Imagine not having the 17 extensions required.
Listen to this. It's so fucking creepy. This is great. This is so fucking funny. Sounds like you when you're sleeping. You might want to get that. You might want to get that checked out. You might want to get that checked out.
Yeah, it does sound like them when they're sleeping. I would know.
Okay. So are these different audio sources? Yes. So I only need one of them. Actually, don't need that. Do this. Paste.
The hell's a priest?
Fog Q greater than 0. I don't need the RH siren anymore. Fog on. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is just revamp this one entirely to use the new sound system. Fog. There will be an audio component here. That is no spatial blend. Oh, tangents linear. Okay. Use audio source curve. And then audio source, fog reset, clips. There. Now world drop toggle component. Okay. If I go here, add a menu. Override menu icon. Okay. Go here, menu path. Twitch OSC, add action. World drop and ooh, wait. Use a global parameter. There we go. Fog. No. No. How do I want to do this? Don't think I want to do it this way. want to do this. So everything will just be attached here, so it should be fine. So if I instead go Twitch OSC, flashbang, then flashbang container. What? Yeah, that's actually fine. And then I'll do okay. Do that. Good. Now read path. Get this working again first. Fog cube, fog. So be Twitch OSC, then fog cube. Oh, I'm stupid. Mr. Letter. I'm in the zone now, guys. I'm not gonna really be talking much.
AutoZone.
Kills you. So the sound effect stuff I can nuke, honestly. I'll take this. Copy component. Paste component is new. Copy component. Paste component values. So go here, fog on. Fog reset, good. Flashbang does it too, good. That's converted to the new system. Which means none of that needs to exist. None of that needs to exist. Now it's just the roll constraint. Also, this just doesn't work anymore. Did I not? Oh, the depth light's gone. Well, it's on though. I still don't get why this cube isn't. Is it the scale? Yes, that was why. Okay. Okay. Showed up for a second. There we go. How do you win this game? By making money. It's a drug lord game.